Flight 718 had just taken off from Rome, and while most passengers were relaxed, one man, Viktor Brandt, was not. Viktor, a retired German Special Forces operative, now worked for the European Civil Task Force. With him was his loyal and highly trained German shepherd, Rex. Viktor's mission was clear: arrest a dangerous fugitive posing as a businessman on this flight. His real name was Luca Moretti, wanted by Interpol for years in cases of arms trafficking and political assassinations. Using a fake passport, Luca sat quietly in the economy section, pretending to be a regular tourist. Viktor stood just outside the cockpit, preparing himself. His eyes still carried the sharpness of years of discipline. Rex stood by his side, silent but alert, a living weapon. A flight attendant whispered nervously, "Monsieur Brandt, are you sure?" "We are mid-air." Viktor met her gaze and calmly replied, "Justice doesn't wait for landing." Viktor entered the cabin quietly. Passengers stared at him, confused by his commanding military presence. He said nothing, only gave Rex a hand signal. Rex responded instantly, moving with a low growl through the aisle and stopping at seat 19A, where Luca was seated. Luca tried to avert his eyes, but Viktor had already detected a concealed weapon in his bag using thermal imaging. Viktor announced loudly, "Luca Moretti, you are under arrest. Stand up, slowly." Luca smirked. "You can't do this. We're in international airspace." Viktor flashed his task force badge. "I can, and I will." He signaled Rex again. The dog swiftly moved into a defensive stance in front of Luca, watching his every movement. When Luca reached for his belt, Rex pounced and knocked a hidden mini-blade out of his hand, pinning him to the floor. Panic spread through the plane, but Viktor calmly told the flight staff, "Code Delta 6, secure the perimeter. We'll hold him until landing." After a brief struggle, Luca was handcuffed with zip ties. Passengers began to applaud. Some recorded videos. Viktor simply looked at Rex, silently proud. "Good job, boy," he whispered, and the two returned to the front of the plane as if nothing had happened. That day, a new face of justice appeared in the sky. A former soldier and his brilliant dog. Viktor gave Rex another signal. The dog instantly calmed down but kept a close watch on Luca. A trained killer had been taken down by a trained dog. Viktor handed cuffs to the flight marshal. "Keep him under watch. Tell the captain. Emergency reroute to Lyon. Task force agents will be waiting." Though the plane was now secure, Viktor knew the danger wasn't over. Luca wasn't alone. Intelligence had warned that another agent might be on board, someone ready to free Luca if things went wrong. Sitting in seat 1C, Viktor opened his encrypted tablet and began scanning passenger data. In the background, Interpol match software quietly ran. Rex sat beside him but frequently turned his head, observing the cabin. Suddenly, a scream echoed from the back. A man had tampered with the emergency door. Young, average build, but his eyes held desperation. Viktor moved, but Rex was faster, tracking and mobilizing the man in seconds. "I was just trying to get some air," he shouted. But Viktor read the signs. This man was trained. He restrained him and sat him down. Two suspects now, but Viktor couldn't shake one question. Why had Luca surrendered so easily? Rex nudged Viktor's arm, drawing his attention to Luca's bag, untouched until now. Inside, Viktor found a satellite phone and a sealed metallic box. Opening it, he discovered a military encrypted flash drive. Plugging it into his device, the screen flashed. "Operation Black Nest, active. Target, Viktor Brandt. Terminate." For a moment, shock flickered in Viktor's eyes. It was a trap. Luca wanted to be caught to get close to Viktor. Someone outside, or even on the plane, was watching. Viktor immediately ordered, "Shut down all external signals. Manual communications only." The captain protested, but Viktor growled, "Break protocol unless you want this plane hacked mid-air." Signals were jammed. Luca smiled, for the first time since his arrest. "Too late, soldier," he whispered. "The ghost is already inside." Viktor unlocked his emergency weapon, a concealed pistol. A silent war had begun in the cabin. Luca's second man had disguised himself as a flight attendant and was heading toward the cockpit. Viktor retrieved a small blade, signaled Rex, and they moved in stealth. Near the cockpit, Viktor took down the imposter cleanly. Rex struck a precise nerve point, dropping the man to the ground. The plane was safe, for now, but Operation Black Nest had just begun. Viktor's name was officially on the target list. Rex detected another scent. A hidden hatch near the baggage area had movement inside. Viktor opened it with a flashlight. Inside, a flickering light. A timer. Countdown 00344. A magnetic charge connected to descent sensors, meaning if the plane descended, the bomb would trigger. A brilliant trap. Viktor, sweating but steady, worked fast. 230, 200, wire, switch, pressure sensor, click. Timer frozen at 139. He exhaled. That's more like it. Rex stared down at Luca as if saying, "Nice try." The malware was cleared, the bomb disarmed, and fighter jets from Lion were 7 minutes away. But Viktor knew the endgame was still unfolding. He sat across from Luca. "Why go through all this to kill me and endanger innocent lives? What's your real goal?" Luca stared coldly. "You remember Sarajevo? One, but the Viktor's face went pale. That was a classified mission. Viktor had eliminated a rogue nuclear scientist, but 3 civilians died in the crossfire, including a child. His name was Marco, Luca said. My nephew. Viktor was silent. That moment had haunted him for years, and now his past had returned. You were just a soldier, Luca continued, but our lives changed forever that day. Black Nest is our answer, for those who never got justice. Viktor leaned forward. You're risking innocent lives for revenge. That's not justice, that's terrorism. Luca looked down. Every hero is a villain in someone else's story. Silence filled the cabin. Rex rested his head on Viktor's arm, as if to say, It's okay, you're still the good guy. Fighter jets appeared outside the windows. Lion Tower's voice crackled. Flight 718, you are clear for priority landing. Escorts active. Viktor nodded to the cockpit. Let's land this bird.